Today was a big moment in the Premier League title race. It is officially now advantage Arsenal as it stands right now. Arsenal, they have now extended their gap, their lead at the top, to 7 points clear of Manchester City. Manchester City, they drawn 2-2 against Nottingham Forest at home at the Etihad. That is a huge slip for Man City, and that could prove them costly, though, because I don't even know what they were doing in that game, though, because I actually thought Man City would actually going to go and win. But fair play to Forest, though, which I'm going to get to them later on in the video. But what I'm saying is right now, this was a huge, literally, moment for Arsenal right now. I mean, they're only 7 points clear. We are still in March, though. And bear in mind, these two teams still have to play each other at the Etihad this time next month, though. Bear in mind, though, Arsenal have already played a game more, and Manchester City still have a game in hand, though. So, look, if Man City do actually win that game in hand, they could possibly be, like, as it stands, I think it could be 4 points, though. And these two lot still play each other at the Etihad. By the way, let's shout out to Bukayo Saka, because on his 300th Premier League appearance, he's the one that gives Arsenal the most important winning goal for them tonight against Brighton in this title race, though. A lot of people have been criticising Bukayo Saka, in recent months, but look, I think there's still a bright player in this guy, Bukayo Saka. Antoine Semenyo, by the way, was Manchester City's best player tonight, because ever since he signed for them in the January transfer window, he has been absolutely sensational. He already started 12 games this season, and he's got 9 GA already. That's a future Manchester City player we got. And look, are Arsenal actually going in the right direction, though? Because look, they've been top of the Premier League literally all season long. They have 7 points clear. They had some very bad results, in the past few weeks. But look, they are starting to try and get those results over the line. And that's what they need. I mean, performances, that's what they need to work on, though. But what matters for Arsenal right now is getting the results over the line, though. Look, can Arsenal still go on to do it, though? There's still 8 games left to go for Arsenal. Like I mentioned earlier, Man City do have a game in hand, though. And Manchester City will probably, bounce back at some point, though. I mean, you never know, because I still reckon that this title race will go right down to the wire, The title race will go down until the final day. I'm going to give credit to Nottingham Forest, though, because that is a huge point for them going to the Etihad and getting something out the game, though, in this relegation battle for them. Morgan Gibbs White getting on the score sheet, and Elliot Anderson scored a beautiful strike to make it 2-2 for them. West Ham managed to get back to winning ways, picking up an important 3 points away at Fulham, beating them 1-0. Somerville also scored the winning goal for them as well. And this is actually so huge for the relegation battle, because as you guys can see, Nottingham Forest and West Ham are level on points with each other now, mate. Things are literally heating up down at the bottom. And both of these two teams are 1 point behind Tottenham. They're literally piling the pressure on Tottenham. Tottenham are absolutely horrible. And they host Crystal Palace tomorrow. And if Tottenham don't win, they're in serious trouble right now. I mean, Wolves, by the way. Wolves are now on 16 points. Can they do a great escape? I mean, there's still literally 8 games left for Wolves, so we might see.